Okay, so now we are live. So Gauringi Mataji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
so when you are ready with kindly recitation with invocation.
Okay,
So,
Prabhuji. Okay.
okay.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 2. Sanjaya Uvacha तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदन.
Hare Krishna. Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudan, Krishna spoke the following words.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कृतस्त्वं कस्मलामिदं विषयमे समुपस्थितम् अनर्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets, but to infamy.
क्लैब्ययमास्माकमः पार्थ नैतत् त्वयि उपादते क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं तत्त्वतोऽस्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart, and arise, O chastiser of the enemy.
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्मामहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणां च मधुसूदन ईशुभिः प्रतियोष्यामि पूजा आहर्वरिसूदन.
Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counter attack with arrows in battle? Men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship.
गुरुन् हत्तो हि महानुभावन् श्रेयो भोक्तं भक्ष्यम्पिह लोके हत्वर्थकामास्तु गुरुनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान्.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood.
न चैतद्विदमः कतरान्नगर्यो यद्वा जयं यदि वा न जयेयुः यानि बहत्तो न जिजीविषाम् स्ते अवस्थितः प्रमुखी धास्तराष्ट्रः.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield.
कार्पण्यदोषोपहता स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यच्छ्रेयः सन्निशितं ब्रूहितान्मे शिष्या सतीहं सदिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम्.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
न हि प्रपश्यामि मम पानुद्यात् यशोकमुच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणां अवाप्य भूमा वसपत्नमृदं मृद्वं राज्यं सुरणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it, even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गूढकेशः परन्तपः नायोत्स्य इति गोविन्दं मुक्त्वा तृष्णीं बभूवः
Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, and Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
तमोवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रसन्नेव भारत सेनायोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः
Tam Uvacha, O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling, in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचास्त्वं प्रज्ञावादं सभाससि गतासु न गतासु स नानुशोचन्ति पण्डितः
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
न त्वय्वाहं जातु नासं न त्वं निमे जनाधिपः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे भयामतः परम्
Never was it there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति
As the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is
मात्र
not bewildered by such a change.
okay, thank you. मात्र स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदः अगमापायो अनित्यस्तां तिथि च भारत
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception. O scion of Bharata, one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
यं हि न व्यथयन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षवा समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वय कल्पते
O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress, and is steady in both, is certainly eligible for liberation.
न स तु विद्यते भावो न भावो विद्यते सदः उभयोरपि दृष्टान्तस्तो न युतस्तदर्शिभिः
Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both.
अविनाशी तु तद्विधि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशामाव्ययस्य न कश्चिदकर्तुमर्हति
That which pervades the entire body, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable.
हन्तवन्त इमे देह नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रेमेयस्य तस्माद्युधस्व भारत.
The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore fight, O descendant of Bharata.
य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूतो भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
वेदविनाशिनं नित्यं येनमजमव्ययं कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम्.
O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णान्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शास्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
अच्छेद्याय अयम् अध्यय अयम् अक्लेद्य अशोच्य च चैव एव च. Sorry, I can repeat again, Prabhuji, sorry. Achedya ayam adya ayam akledya asocya eva cha nityaha sarvakataha isthanar achalo ayam sanatana.
This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble, and can neither be burned nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please forgive me. Some words I cannot pronounce properly. Sorry for that, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. That was a really nice recitation, Gauranga Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Gaurangi Mataji and Prabhasha Mataji. Very nice. Okay. Om Tat Sat
Thank you,
iti
Prabhu.
Srimad Bhagavad
Hare Krishna.
Gita Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Vidiyadhyayah. Okay, so thank you so much. We shall move to the next part. It is the japa session. Before we start japa, so can I request, and also thank you so much all the devotees. Hare Krishna Induleka Mataji. Thank you for joining. And Hare Krishna Prabhavati
Hare
Sachi.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna everyone. Kindly accept my humble obeisances. Good Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Then Pranam. Hare Krishna Shri Govindas Prabhuji, Usha Mataji and Prabhavati Mataji. Then Pranam. Okay, so can I request any devotees to do Panchatattva mantra, and then we shall start japa session. And dear devotees, wherever it is possible, kindly unmute and chant. Okay, so anyone going to chant Panchatattva mantra, recite 3 times?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. May I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा dear devotees. If anyone has not yet completed, then kindly complete that japa behind. So meanwhile, we shall move into the next part of our program. It is the Kirtan. So today our Kirtana is Bhaktini Usha Mataji. Hare Krishna Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dhanad Pranam. Thank you so much for joining and doing the Kirtan. So any Kirtan Mataji you wanted to sing?
Prabhu, Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama.
You want someone to accompany you, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhu, I don't mind. Yes. Anybody would like to?
Okay, dear devotees, Mrida Sachi Mataji are available to sing along with Usha Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. When you're ready, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. My humble obeisances. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaye Namaha Yadavaye Madhavaye Kesavaye Namaha.
Hari Harai Namah Krishna Yadavai Namah Yadavai Madhavai Keshavai Namah.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaye Namaha Yadavaye Madhavaye Kesavaye Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Gopal Govinda Rama Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Gopal Govinda Rama Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Shita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita हरि गुरु वैष्णव भागवत गीता।
श्रीरूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ।
श्रीरूपी सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ।
श्रीरूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ।
श्रीरूपी सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ।
जय गोसाई करी चरण वंदन, जहाँ होते विघ्न नाश अभीष्ट पुराण।
जय गोसाई कोरी चरण वंदन, जहाँ हईते विघ्न नाश अभिशत पुराण।
जय गोसाई करी चरण वंदन, जहाँ होते विघ्न नाश अभीष्ट पुराण।
जय गोसाई कोरी चरण वंदन, जहाँ हईते विघ्न नाश अभिष्ट पुराण।
जय गोसाई जार मोई तोरा दास, तस पद रेणु मोर पंचग्रास।
जय गोसाई जर मुई तर दास, तासवर पाद रेणु मोर पंचग्रास।
जय गोसाई जार मोई तोर दास, तस पद रेणु मोर पंचग्रास।
जय गोसाई जर मुई तर दास, तासवर पाद रेणु मोर पंचग्रास।
साधेर चरण सेवी भक्त सन्निवास, जनमे जनमे होय एहि अभिलाष।
तादरे चरण सभी भक्त सनेवास, जनमे जनमे होई यही अभिलाष।
साधेर चरण सेवी भक्त सन्निवास, जनम जनम होय एहि अभिलाष।
तादरे चरण सेवी भक्त सनिवास, जनमे जनमे होई यही अभिलाष।
जय गोसाई जबे राज कोइलवास, राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला कोरिलो प्रकाश।
जय गोसाई जाबे ब्रज कोलिवास, राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला कोरिल प्रकाश।
जय गोसाई जपे व्रज कोइलवास, राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला कोरिला प्रकाश।
जय गोसाई जाबे ब्रज कोइलवास, राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला कोरिल प्रकाश।
आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदन, श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे बजाया मन।
आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन, श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे मय्यमान।
आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन, श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे मजय मन।
आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन, श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे मय्यमान।
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पद पद्म करियास, नाम संकीर्तन कहे नरोत्तम दास।
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पद पद्म कोरियास, नाम संकीर्तन कोहे नरोत्तम दास।
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पाद पद्म करियास, नाम संकीर्तन कहे नरोत्तम दास।
Sri Guru Vaisnava Pada Padma Koriyasa Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Dasha.
Hare Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Hariharaye Nama Krishna Yadavaye Namaha Yadavaye Madhavaye Kesavaye Namaha.
Hare Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Hariharaye Nama Krishna Yadavaye Namaha Yadavaye Madhavaye Kesavaye Namaha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा से राधा गोकुलानंद की जय।
जय
सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की
जय।
सतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
निताय गौ प्रेमानंद हरि हरि
Hare
बोल।
Hare.
नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Usha Mataji and Amritaji Mataji. Very beautifully sang this kirtan. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so we shall move on to the next part. It is the Guru Vandana by Supriya Gopi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Supriya Gopi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I can start singing.
Yes, Mataji, you have Prabhuji with you, Mataji.
Yeah, I have Prabhuji. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Bandho mohi savadana mate
Bandho mohi savadhana mate
Jahara prasade bai e bhava turiya jai.
Jahar prasade bai ye baba turiya jai.
Krishna prapti hoye jaha hai te.
Krishna prapti hoye jahate.
Krishna prapti hoye jaha hai te.
Krishna prapti hoye jahate.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte te Koriya kya.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Koriya Akya.
Arna kori ho mane आशा
आर न कोरी हो माने आशा
श्री गुरु चराणे रती ऐसे उत्तमा गती
श्री गुरु चराणे रती ऐसे उत्तमा गती
जे प्रसादे पुरे सर्व आशा
जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
जय प्रसादे पुरे सर्व आशा
जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
वेदे गाय जहर चरितो
वेद ज्ञाय जहार चरितो
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनार बंधु
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
आह प्रभु करो दोया देहो मोरे पाद छाया
आहा प्रभु को रो दोया देखो मोरे पादा छाया
आहा प्रभु कोरो धोया देहो मोरे पादा छाया
आहा प्रभु को रो दोया देखो मोरे पादा छाया
एबे जश गुश त्रिभुवाना
एबे दश घुषु त्रिभुवाना
एबे जश गुश त्रिभुवाना
एबे दश घुषु त्रिभुवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना जय प्रभुपद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Supriya Gopi Mataji and Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji. Very beautifully sung this Guru Vandana.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we shall move to the next is the Mangalacharan prayers. So Mangalacharan prayers by Her Grace Mrida Sachi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, so just going to share the Mangalacharan.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji. So when you are ready, so kindly.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanan Salakaya Chatsur Enam Tasme Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Soyam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Sopa Padatikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnava Asam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Thanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakha Vitamscha Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dena Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopikanta Radhakanta Namastute Tapta Kancha Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanevo Vaishnavevo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamina Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesya Sunyavadi Pasata Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Adaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Thank you so much, Brother Sachi Mataji. Very beautifully sung Mangalas and prayers. Thank you so much. Okay, so and then we shall move to the next part. It is the Prema prayers, leading by Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Comfortable Mataji. Are you comfortable to lead Premadwani prayers, Mataji? Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, you are on mute.
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji. I was on mute. Sorry. Yeah. All right.
Okay, and dear devotees, kindly follow with Jaya at the end. Mataji will do until this part, until K, and we all follow with Jaya. Okay, yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottara Shatasri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottara Shatasri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
Jai.
नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की
Jai.
इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
Jai.
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
Jai.
श्री वृंदावन धाम की
Jai.
मथुरा धाम की जय
Jai.
नवद्वीप धाम की
Jai.
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय
Jai.
गंगा माई की जय
Jai.
यमुना माई की जय
Jai.
तुलसी देवी की
Jai.
भक्ति देवी की जय
Jai.
संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय
Jai.
बृहत मृदंग की जय
Jai.
सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय
Jai.
गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि
Hare
हरि
Hare
बोल
Bol.
All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully leading this Premadhvani. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got devotees. Hare Krishna, Jahna Kanya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you, Mataji. And Hare Krishna, Saurabh Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for joining. And
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Madhuri, Radhika, Devi, Dasi, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for kindly joining this evening and to speak on the subject. Thank you so much. And so, dear devotees, Madhuri Radhika Devi Mataji is the disciple of His Grace Mahatma Das Prabhuji. And Mataji is from Nepal. So, Gaurangi Mataji is introducing Madhuri Radhika Mataji. So Mataji has been as a priest in the temple as well, as a pujari, and her first initiation and second initiation has been done on the same day. And Mataji has been preaching in different ways. So I think Gaurangi Mataji was describing about Mataji very nicely. So we all wanted to hear from Madhuri Mataji, very eager to hear. So Hare Krishna Mataji. So would you like to just whatever I know a little bit, so I have said. So in case if you wanted to share more details about you before you speak on the topic, so kindly do so. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Wow, this is such a wonderful Sangha, So Matajis were simply offering the prayers and everyone together like a close, enclosed group. And this sounds so beautiful. I feel that I'm in Vrindavan Dham, So basically, right after my undergraduate degree, I went to Mayapur Institute for Higher Education to do my Bhakti Shastri degree. And after that, completing the Bhakti Shastri degree, I went back to the Nepal and I compiled a course called the Bhakti Udaya. So this Bhakti Udaya course is the combination of Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vriksha, everything actually, So it is scientifically presented. So basically, it's there is a foundational course. We can say it's a foundational course. And then I went to Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education to serve as an online administrator and trained under Har Grace Prashanta Mataji, who is the director of VIH, Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education. And my mentor name is Har Grace Charu Mataji. Maybe you all know. She's from the Nepal and she's there are lots of Shiksha Guru. Anyway, so I think let me now proceed to the the seminar topic. So can I proceed? If you give permission, then I will proceed ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.
So, basically, I chose the topic Avasya Raksive Krishna because this is such a beautiful topic, and before starting that, we all heard Mataji was praying, chanting the prayers regarding the Guru, Sri Guru Charana Padma. Even in the Mangal Arati at 4:30 a.m., we chant Samsara Dava Nalalidha Loka. The term Dava. So if you see what is the meaning of Dava in this Kali Yuga, it's the lots of information, So we may get lost because lots of information around, we will be confused. So we need Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra that can churn the information and gives the essence. Like of all the Vedas and Smritis, Puranas, Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is the essence of all the part. Similarly, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra is the only tool that can give the essence of all the shastric knowledge, which is very practical according to the time, places, and circumstances, right? So, and I'm very grateful for inviting me. Thank you so much, so that I can share my experiences toward you all. Before starting, I would like to chant Prabhupada Pranati Mantra and then the Panchatattva Mantra and one time Hare Krishna. Maybe we can also chant together. Nama Om Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya Krishna
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimati
Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Saraswati Devi
Gani
Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pashyatadi Satarine
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Nityananda
Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi
Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all
All
glories to
glories to
Sample
Shri
devotees,
Hare
all glories to Oxbridge Gaura Sangha, all glories.
Hare Bol.
So, I know during the Kartik month in Vrindavan, basically we chant Gopi Git, right? So from all the slokas of Gopi Git, one is the prominent. Of course, every sloka is prominent, but one is basically the foremost prominent. I would like to sing that sloka with you, and I would like to somehow explain the essence. It says, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam कविविरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुरि गिरिन्ति ये भूरिदा जना तं कथामृतं, the word of your, the nectar of your words and the description of your activities are life and soul of the suffering in this material world. So the translations definitely somehow it pointed the words. Your words means what? Krishna's words and his descriptions, his pastime. It is the somehow it is the life and soul. We all are suffering in this material world. So this is the essence, and this is the anesthesia which can relieve our pain, right? And these narrations transmitted by the sages eradicates one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of God are the most munificent. So, if you have, I just somehow translated this, but there is something, there is something, if you could analyze the sloka, because our topic is Avashya Raksive Krishna. So, what is the meaning of Avashya Raksive Krishna? Krishna will definitely protect. So, in this sloka, what is the thing? How we will be protected with all the material anxieties and all the davana, leader, everything. So it's all because by narrating his pastimes, his holy names, his words, right? So this is the somehow the safe space for us. That is why we are having the devotee sangha. Actually, what is the meaning and why we are somehow getting together and talking about Krishna? It is all because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dadami buddhim yogam tvam. It means Krishna says, I will give intelligence, right? So how it comes? It comes by discussing about him. So is it like a one-to-one discussion? No, it's like a group of devotees, Sankirtanam. So in Kali Yuga, basically, everything is focused on Sankirtana. So Sankirtan means coming together and describing pastime of Krishna, and which is the very powerful tool, right? So in each and every sloka, if we go, somehow analyze and go in the broader perspective, then everything is our the safe space. Everything is somehow, it directly and indirectly related with Avashya Raksive Krishna. Krishna will definitely protect. So let me now officially start the. Give me a second. Yeah, let me now officially start the seminar itself. Okay, so Avashya Raksive Krishna, this is a Sanskrit term, right? It is actually the principle in Gaudiya philosophy. So, the principle Avashya Raksive Krishna state Krishna will surely protect his devotee in all the circumstances. And this is one of the limb of Saranagati, surrender to Krishna, as this is taught in Vaishnavism. So, what is Saranagati? We will explain this later because, Bhakti Vinod Thakur has given 6 kind of Saranagati, right? And Krishna has repeatedly assured protection to his surrendered devotees. And this is truth, which is confirmed in all the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Mahabharata, Ramayana. Right? So if you see, if you go deep dive into the term statement Avashya Raksive Krishna, it is a key principle in the process of Saranagati, surrender to Krishna. So what does it really mean? Right? Krishna will, the first foremost thing is that Krishna will surely protect his devotees under all circumstances. This is the universal truth. And a devotee should have the unwavering faith that Krishna is the only protector and no other force. Yeah, this is the thing. So we will describe more after this. There are 6 kind of limbs. I already told you. So this is one limb, the limb Avashya Raksiva Krishna, which is mentioned in Vaishnava scriptures, as it has been highlighted by the Bhakti Vinod Thakur. If you go more deep into his books, and even Srila Prabhupada has mentioned it many times. So what are the 6 limb of Saranagati we will be discussing? The first is Anukulesha Sankalpa, accepting what is favorable for devotional service. So what is favorable for devotional service? How can we know that? We can know in nectar of devotion, nectar of instructions, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and of course with the devotees we can understand more, right? So there are already 64 limbs of bhakti and 32 sevas, lots of the offenses types also. If you go more deep into NOD, which is written by Sri Rupa Goswami, and commentary by Srila Prabhupada, right? So this is the beautiful book. And you know what is the interesting thing? We, Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, we are under the, this Sampradaya, and we are called the Rupanuga, follower of Rupa Goswami. And who is Rupa Goswami? Rupa Goswami is a Rupa Manjari, which is a direct Manjari and direct, core, he belongs to core group of Radha Krishna, right? So Anukulena Sankalpa, accepting what is favorable for Krishna consciousness or the devotional service. The second is Pratikulyasya Varjanam, rejecting what is unfavorable for devotional service. So definitely nowadays there are lots of mixed philosophies. Normally they have a deity and they take the deity into the bathroom and they wash it. So they say like they're bathing the Krishna, but this is not what is written in Shastra. So it is not whatever you want. We have to follow according what Shastra says. And what is Shastra? Shastra is a direct incarnation of Krishna. So we also should know what kind of Shastra. So Shastras are basically, it is divided into 3 things. Tamasic means Shastra is in mode of ignorance, Shastra in mode of passion, and Shastra in mode of goodness. And of course, the Suddha Sattva. Suddha Sattva is high above all, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita is above all the, it is the essence of the Shastras, we can say, Upanishad. So in Vedas, there is a Karma Kanda and Upasana Kanda and the Jnana Kanda, 3 sectors. Vedas is divided into 3 sectors. So the foundational is the karma kanda, rules and regulation and rituals. You have to worship Krishna in this way or something. You have to worship demigods. You have to, the baptism, these kind of rituals is called karma kanda. When you somehow develop more into the Vedic lifestyle, then the jnana kanda, where the knowledge is there, where you will learn about the Sankhya philosophy, Patanjali philosophies, and all kind of things. And after that, when the Vedic lifestyles and your thinking concept is much more, somehow matured, then we go to the Upasana Kanda. So Upasana Kanda is directly related with Bhakti Yoga. It is not necessary to follow the rules, but also it is okay also. So it's not the compulsion for that, right? So Anukulesha Sankalpa, Pratikulesha Varjanam, and third is Rakshishyati Vishvasa. It means the same thing. Krishna will definitely protect. So this is the one part we will be discussing further, right? And another thing is number 4 is Goprivite Varanam, accepting Krishna one as a maintainer, right? So it's not about husband, it's not the wife, it's not the government who will be maintaining us. Who will be? So it's only Krishna who is the maintainer, right? And number fifth is Atma Nikshevaha, complete surrender, like Draupadi did, Prahlad Maharaj did, even our Maharaj and all the, the great saints in Braja, even saints in London, everywhere, complete surrender to Krishna. And six is Karpanya, feeling meek and humble, right? So today I was listening one of the, the class of Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada says, Dharma Bhakti Pranasheti, and everything is bhakti. So what you can offer to Krishna, what is your value? So whatever you offer, you have to be humble. And dealing Krishna, it's not a easy thing. Krishna is a friend, Krishna is a father, Krishna is a mother. So we have to be very respectful toward him, with humble and meek attitude. So, and I realized, okay, I also have to somehow develop this quality, how not to have a very improper relationship with Krishna. So uh, among all these limbs, rakshisyati vishvasa, and avashya rakshive Krishna, means we must surrender to Krishna, because Krishna is our guardian, savior, and the well-wisher. So if you have heard about, of course, everyone knows Nityananda's, the famous bhajan, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran, Jivedaya Krishna Nam Sarvadharma Sa, Nadiya Godrumi Nityananda Mahajan. So Lord Nityananda is inviting everybody to chant Krishna's name. Why? Because Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is your guardian, everything, right? So normally we are designed in such a way that we simply surrender, to either we surrender to the object, the senses, government, family, or something. But if you surrender to Krishna, who is the master of all, master of the senses, then it makes a sense, because you get everything. For example, if you have a chocolate in one hand of 10 rupees and you have 1,000 rupees, then what you will choose? Definitely intelligent person will choose 1,000 rupees, because the 1,000 rupees you can get lots of chocolates. So simply, Krishna conscious is a package where you can get everything. You don't have to pray for the moksha. You don't have to, somehow collect the punyas and the sukritis, pious activities. So you simply chant Krishna's name, and simply all the gods and demigods are so eager to, somehow worship you. This is the reality, actually, right? So why it is important to surrender to Krishna? This is also one kind of thing. We may be confused why to surrender to Krishna, right? So we often face challenges, danger, and uncertainties in life, and whom we are supposed to approach? It is Krishna only, right? And however, Krishna personally takes responsibility for his surrendered devotees, and this has been proved time to time. You know, so since from the Satya Yuga till Kali Yuga, Krishna has been protecting his devotee. So in this seminar, we will explore the scriptural evidence. So some kind of historical examples, not history or the myth, but it's like a real examples and the practical application of the divine principles, right? Avashya Raksiva Krishna. So everybody know the sloka in Bhagavad Gita, right? Anyanyas chinta yantumam ye jana paripasate tesa nitya bhyuktanam yogacham vahamyaham. So what does it mean? Krishna says, those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating upon my transcendental form, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Krishna directly said this, right? So this is a direct statement of protection. Do not worry, simply, just worship me. Manmana bhava mad bhakta, worship me to, somehow, whatever is related, Krishna should be the center of each and every activities, or every thoughts, or everything, behavior. Then Krishna says that Krishna will protect, So he says directly, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have, right? So this is the sloka in Bhagavad Gita Krishna directly referred. And even the most famous sloka, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamam Ekam Saran Vrajam Aham to Sarva Pape Mokshachi Masritsaha. Means leave all the religion and just surrender unto me. I shall give you protection. And this is the very relieving slokas for all the living entities, So why we all are here, why we have been practicing bhakti since 15 years, 5 years, 2 years, because we have some kind of connection with Krishna, we have some kind of experiential experiences which can make our heart so soothing, and we feel safe space in Krishna conscious, right? So this is how the power of spirituality, right? So Krishna personally ensured the safety and well-being of his devotee. Yeah, this means both materials and spiritual protections. So I would like to give the real example. There are lots of example actually, but recent example I would like to give to you all. So I'm here in UK, and I just finished my graduation. I completed master in computer science with a very good grade, and though I'm here, but I have been linked with lots of managerial services in ISKCON Nepal and other part, somehow. And it was very hard for me to work outside because I was so stuck with the services over here. We have to somehow establish some principles for the communities, because lots of mixed philosophies going around. So I was not able to work. And for the international students, it is quite difficult for us, and I had to pay the somehow I have to pay the visa fees, PSW, though it's like a graduate route visa, and it takes around £3,000. So I was so worried, and what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to work, or am I supposed to establish the principle of dharma with the devotees? We need to somehow service Krishna, so I was so confused, and I said, I don't know, because Krishna says he's the maintainer. I don't want to ask to Krishna, let me do my service, because Krishna says anannas chinta yantam. Let me do my service, and let me protect his words, let me establish dharma, and let me help my seniors and my equals, so what happened is like, I was simply serving like 10 hours, 12 hours, discussing with the devotees, collecting the scripture references, talking with the devotees, giving classes, these kind of things. And in the one morning, early in the morning, I got an email, and he says, "Congratulations, you got the Santander scholarship." And my tears rolled down, I was like, "Oh, Krishna, how it happened, because thousands and thousands of people all around the UK, they will be applying for this grant, and somehow Krishna gave me, because uh, of course it is not that I'm not a surrender devotee, I'm trying to surrender to him, and I only got the the grants, and the whole university is very happy with me because I got the grant, and I don't know how I got it, so this is the simple example how Krishna gives protection. My example, it's not only material, because I took care of my spiritual things, Krishna helped in my material. So Krishna is there, definitely. And it's not about this one, because he has been helping me in different way. So I just share one of my example. So I will be, somehow discuss much more about the examples that we will be somehow, discussing. Yeah, like I told you, Krishna says, "Abandon all varieties of dharma and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from the all sinful reaction. Do not fear." He said, "Do not fear." But the Kali Yuga mentality we have, we don't believe in Krishna, right? We believe in the driver who drives the car. We believe in the bus driver, even the pilot, but we don't believe in Krishna. He says, "Come on, just surrender unto me, I will protect." Krishna guarantee protection to the surrender, if who surrender fully, right? But still we don't believe. So this is why, because it's an unfortunate thing. So coming with the devotees, chanting and glorifying Krishna, it boosts our energy, it gives conviction that Krishna is there, right? So devotee sadhu sangha is the most important thing in the whole world. Worshipping Krishna, it's okay. If sadhu, if you want to give priority, then Krishna is secondary, sadhus are the first, because it's because of sadhus only, or even it's because Srila Prabhupada only we can somehow are coming together, So always wonder, if I was not a devotee, if I haven't started my bhakti when I was 16 years old, I would have definitely gone to all the hard rock cafe, drinking wine, being with somebody, But Srila Prabhupada saved me, my spiritual master, my spiritual guide. You all saved me. Now I can understand what is the essence of life. What am I supposed to do? And I want to return back to Godhead in this lifetime. It's not easy and it's not impossible also, right? Everything is possible if you have Krishna. If we surrender ourselves to the scripture based upon Guru, Sadhu, Shastra and the practical basis, it should not be blindfold, right? So surrender means complete faith in Krishna's plan, right? Example, so you know what? We all know the story in the Mahabharata, you know. So Duryodhan, he went to meet Krishna because he want Krishna's, the troop, and Arjuna also went there, and Arjuna asked nothing, and Duryodhana asked his army, right? You know why? Arjuna has a full faith because Krishna will give protection. He knew Krishna is the divine, right? But Duryodhana, unfortunately, he has no vision to Krishna as he always saw Krishna as an ordinary soul, right? So can you imagine if even if you see the practical things, then Duryodhana, he had lots of army, even he has Krishna's army, but Krishna, Arjuna, what he had? He had only Krishna, you know. So, but also he won he won the battlefield, and the dharma was established, right? So for us also Krishna is everything. So there are lots of time and there are so much, the different phases in life where we have to choose Krishna or other duties. But when we choose Krishna, then it makes a sense. Later, after a few years or after a few months, we will realize, oh, that decision was good, right? So we should always choose Krishna, we should always choose devotees, and we should always, somehow, because we don't have time. We don't know, somebody is 30 years, 40 years, we will be leaving this world. We don't have time. Prabhupada said, chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulated principles, we will go back to Godhead. Wow, what a good news for us, You know what Prabhupada said? I know it's not possible to enter from the front door, but I know the key of back door. So this is the good news for us. So congratulations, devotee. That's this is the good news. But there is a big but. What kind of rounds we are having, So rounds, if the holy name we are chanting 16 rounds, it's the bimba shadow of the holy name, then definitely we will end in Vaikuntha Loka, right? It means full 16 rounds means full of love. Prabhupada say 75% we have to reach in Bhava stage. Then only we will go back to Krishna, or else not even no chances, right? So we have to practice, we have to somehow invest our time in such a way so that at least we can reach to bhava level. We should not get stuck with the vaidhi level bhakti. Of course starting sadhana level is good, but we have to somehow increase more and more. So if you do not practice raganuga now, there is no chance we will go back to Godhead. Even we have to take another birth, or we will end in Golok, not Goloka, of course the Vaikuntha or something. So it's very important to understand, it is very important to invest in a very smart and hard work way, right? So for example, somehow for example we have 100 pound, and there is a two company, and one company is giving the return ROI of 5 pound more, and other companies it gives ROI 20% more, or 20 pound more. Then what we are supposed to choose? Of course the second company, right? Similarly, whatever energy we invest, it should be in such a way so that it can give more productivity. So what is more productivity for us? We should understand the realm of sambandha, abhidaya and prayojana. The prayojana means, what is the meaning of prayojana? Prayojana means the essence. Normally in the temple, we all chant the 10 offenses of the holy name, and we'd say what we get from the holy name. Then everybody will say Krishna prema, right? So Krishna prema, it's not the easy thing, So it's not the easy thing, but our constant effort, this will bring us to the level of course, the it's like the nishtha level, then again back to the bhava level. So we have to reach by hook or crook, right? So we know the story of the king Ambarisa, So who is Ambarisa and Durvasa Muni? We all know that. So Durvasa Muni is a very powerful sage. He visited Ambaris Ambarisa is a very good devotee. He was a great devotee of Lord Krishna, and he followed the Ekadasi fasting and engaged in, of course, in pure devotion. We all follow Ekadasi fasting, right? So the king respectfully invited him to accept the prasad after his Ekadasi fast. However, Durvasa Muni went to bathe in the Yamuna, delaying the meal. So according to the Ekadasi rule, Ambarisa had to break fast at the specific time. To honor both Krishna and the sage, he took only a sip of water because the Ekadash time it was about to finish. We only have a specific time, right? And Durvasa was so angry. When Durvasa Muni returned, he became furious and angry, thinking the king had disrespected him. So he, with his mantra, he just created the fiery demon called the Kritya to kill the Ambarisa. And King Ambarisa, devotee, they are always calm. He did not pray Krishna to protect him. And what Krishna did? And the Lord Vishnu, Krishna sent Sudarshan Chakra, directly. And the Sudarshan Chakra burned the demon, and he chased the Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa fled across all the universe, so there are 14, many universe actually, to escape the chakras. He went to the Brahma, Shiva, but nobody could help. Finally, he ran to Vishnu, who told him, I am bound by the love of devotee. If you want forgiveness, go to Ambarisa himself. So Durvasa Muni returned to King Ambarisa and begged the mercy. Ambarisa forgave him, and the Sudarshan Chakra disappeared, right? So, what is the lesson we can learn? So, Krishna personally intervenes to protect his devotee. Even the great sage cannot harm a surrendered devotee. Surrender and devotion makes one invincible, right? So it's not the easy thing. When we surrender, Krishna is our protector. And who is Krishna? He's the supreme personality of God, the one who maintains the whole universe, right? So another story I would like to tell. This is about the king Vishnuvardhana. So the Krishna protect King Vishnuvardhana in the battlefield. So what is the reference? So I took this story from the Vishnu Purana, right? So this is another powerful example of Krishna's protection occurred when Vishnu Vardhana was, performing a Vedic sacrifice at the yagya in honor of the Supreme Lord. So he was, somehow very busy organizing the yagya and doing yagyas. The king was deep in worship, and somehow an enemy king invaded his kingdom. The king's army was unprepared as everyone was focused on the rituals and doing all the yagyas things. And the minister asked, Maharaj, the enemy has approached, and now we need to prepare for the war. But Vishnuvardhan, he refused to leave the puja, the sacrifices, and trusting that Krishna would definitely protect him. So what Krishna did, and the Krishna came as the enemy advanced, a divine warrior appeared on the battlefield. So Krishna appeared as a form of the warrior, and he somehow defeated all the opponent. The warrior single-handedly defeated the entire invading army. Later, when Vishnuvardhan completed his yagya, he came to thank his soldier, but they told him, O king, none of us fought. A divine blue-complexioned warrior on a chariot destroyed the enemy. And later Vishnuvardhana realized, oh, it's Krishna who appeared and protected him. So what is the lesson we can learn from this? So Krishna he fought on behalf of his devotee. When devotee is engaged in pure devotional service, Krishna takes full responsibility for their protection. Right? So this is the thing there are lots of examples, even if you go, the Gajendra, Draupadi, everything. So we have lots and heaps of example there in Shastra. Now I would like to move to the somehow the second the sections, and it says like how to apply avasya rakshiva Krishna in our daily life. So how to convince our faith. So foremost, everybody knows it's by chanting the holy name of Krishna, right? Just like Draupadi called Govinda, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakheti. So this is the sloka, the Draupadi chanted. He called the name Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, and she was saved. So we should also chant Krishna's name. It doesn't matter, the day, night or something. Even if we are busy, still we have to chant Krishna's name from our heart. If it doesn't come from the heart, then we have to make our mind chant, but we should not somehow, forget ourselves, not to chant the holy name. So we should always engage. We are not supposed to be under the situation. We should mold our life in a such a way so that we can remember Krishna 24 into 7, if possible, right? And second thing is having unwavering faith, like King Ambarisha and Vishnuvardhana trust Krishna's plan, and that became perfect. So we also have to trust Krishna. So whatever happens in life, even if you lose something, even if there is a failure, if there is a success, Krishna, no matter what, I'm with you and I'm going to trust you. And Krishna is such a gentleman that he never somehow make his devotees frustrated, in a sense, like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Name bhakta pranasiti. Oh Arjun, declare boldly, my devotee will never perish. Right? So this is the confirmation. So we should always somehow, convince our mind, convince everything, Krishna is there. Right? So real protection comes from Krishna, not from the wealth, not from the intelligence, and not from the power. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if you, he wrote something about Srimati Radharani. So he told in one sloka, Chodata dhana jana kalatra sutamita chodata karamagiyahan राधापद पंकज मधुरत सेवन bhakti vinod paraman. It means with having lots of intelligence, wealth, kings, sons, so this is nothing in front of the bhakti. So real bhakti comes from only Krishna, and that is from by serving Srimati Radharani. So Radha Krishna Nahiyane Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So our Gaur Punima is coming, so definitely we should organize beautiful things for Lord Gauranga, right? And third point is like surrendering to Krishna's will. Accept that Krishna knows best, because he is residing within us as a Paramatma, and he's outside and he's everywhere. So he will take care of us. And we should give up our anxiety and fear, because Krishna is the controller. He's always in control, right? So what are the conclusion we can learn from here? By having like now I think it's the 34th, then we can have a question answer session from here. So the conclusion is Krishna's protection is real and eternal. Yeah. The scriptures prove that Krishna never abandons his devotee. And by faith, chanting, surrender, we can feel Krishna's divine protection in our lives. Right? So what is the final takeaway we can conclude? It's like Krishna is my only protector. I do not depend upon anyone else. By fully surrendering, we experience the divine protection in each and every situation, right? By saying this, I would like to conclude my seminar. And if possible, let's have a question answer session. And I offer, simply, I ask apology if I have said something, offending stuff to you all. And thank you very much for inviting me. So can we have a question answer session, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much. It is very wonderful session. So describing all Krishna's pastimes and how he is going to protect us, and giving different examples and scriptural injunctions for the references and your personal experiences. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If you have got any questions to Mataji, so kindly raise. Keshari Kokila Nandini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for your enlightenment. It was really inspiring, and the way you sang the songs were like very, very heart touching. I was like feeling like as if I'm feeling goose pimples coming on to me. It was very, very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Um, I mean, I do not have a question, maybe just a clarification. So when we do say that, like obviously there has to be some kind of prayers that we need to do to Lord Krishna, even though we are devotees, and we don't ask for anything. But at the same time, there are some times when you think that, oh, can I have clarification on this? So if I wanted some clarification from Radha Gokulananda or from Krishna or whatever, how do we actually ask? Like we can't just go and say, oh, give me this. So how do we ask for something in a humble way?
Very nice question, yeah. Thank you so much for your wonderful questions. Actually, normally we heard that we are not supposed to ask Krishna to the Krishna everything, and we become artificial, and it is somehow killing us inside. I would say, Mataji, we should be as it is. Like, for example, if you need something, and don't you ask your mother and father, Mom, I need 20 pounds because I need to buy this? Somehow, right? So this is so natural. That's why, if you want to ask, then we have to ask to Krishna, but not not to other demigods, this and that. So being as it is very important. So normally we have heard, Prabhupada normally quote one thing: simple living and high thinking. What is mean by simple living? Simple means being as it is, no duplicate. So Krishna like this kind of behavior. You become as it is. Personally, whatever whenever I need something, I ask Krishna, this is the need. I don't know you will provide or not, but if you provide, also this is nice because I can use this in Krishna's service. So definitely there are lots of phases in life where we need the clarification, and we need the certain stages to be clear out. So I would suggest, the phases of this aspect, we need to somehow consult the mature devotees, right? Mature devotees who is very practical in each and every situations, and somehow related, you need to consult with the guru and the shastras also. It is very important to learn and read shastra every day. So why Prabhupada said to read the shastra every day? So if you analyze deeply, then the austerity of mind, is being happy. you know so mind is very chanchala Manu Krishna. It's so restless, it doesn't get happy. So how to make mind happy? We have to train the mind. How to train the mind? So training the mind is also by reading the shastra every day. So when we read shastra every day, then we start contemplating, right? And when we start contemplating, our thoughts become spiritualized. So mind is a magnet actually. So the science has also proved, like whatever the mind thinks, it attracts. So lots of people, they're practicing the affirmations, right? So for us, when we start contemplating, when we think about Krishna, we attract the spiritual energy. There is electron, there is proton, and there is also spiriton, right? So we will attract the spiritual energy, and after attracting spiritual energy, we are having, the bhakti lata breeze within our, we are growing that directly and indirectly. That is why we have to study shastra. And it is very good you are having confusions. So basically in Vrindavan, I have seen devotees, some devotees, they have a cheat whenever they are in confusion, and they somehow, they have two cheats, yes or no, the paper cheats. So they go in front of Krishna and they, somehow throw and choose one thing. And whatever question they ask, sometimes it's a yes or sometimes no. But I don't, recommend this, because it's good to go through the devotees, because we are not in the level of Raganuga that Krishna comes and somehow instruct us, right? Somehow it's a beautiful thinking, Mataji. I simply somehow suggest you to be as it is. You don't have to be artificial. If you want to ask Krishna, because Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran. And definitely it's good not to ask. That is another level of bhakti. So that is a high level of bhakti. We can try now, but it should not make you more confused and more frustrated. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. Really, very nicely explained. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any more questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Beautiful. What a beautiful surprise this you coming to tell us all these beautiful essence of the Shastras. You pick them out so perfectly well. I really relishing it. And what I actually remember what Prabhupada says, he said, determination means that one has to continue with patience and perseverance. And this is the time of book distribution. So this is a really nice passage to remember and use for you to be successful in your service to the Lord by putting some effort into book distribution. I'm not getting the desired result. You see, the thing is of not getting a desired result. Again, we want things that doesn't mean that it's needed. It's only want. And often we're driven with this want. I want this, I want that. And that's why we want Krishna to give us, the last resort is look to Krishna for giving us things. What is that thing for? Is it useful? Is it going to help us in our spiritual growth and our development in being a better devotee? So all this is so sweet at this time, of book distribution, that is enriched our thinking in a lot of ways. I am getting the desired result. I'm not getting it, I'm getting it. And how is it going to nourish our soul? What is the Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada said, I give up. No determination. It is a fact. Because Krishna is saying that it must happen. There is hankering after a child. So if she thinks that now I am married, I must have immediately a child. Prabhupada saying, it is possible. Just have patience. You just become faithful wife, serve your husband, and let your love grow upon up. And because you are husband and wife, it is sure that you have children, but don't be impatient. Similarly, when you are in Krishna consciousness, your perfection is guaranteed. But you'll have patience, determination. That I must execute. I should not be impatient. That impatience is due to loss of determination. This was a talk in Los Angeles in 1969, which is a long time ago. And it still stands. It's so sweet, these little advice. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your reflection, Mataji. I really liked it. And the deep analysis given by Srila Prabhupada, it's like a evergreen instructions and suggestions for us, So, what is the beautiful part in Krishna consciousness? The beautiful part is that Krishna doesn't see the result, he sees the only effort, the Bhakti Yoga, it's not about the hard work, it's about heart work, Hridaya Yoga, So heart work means, but heart work include the hard work. It's not like you are in the bed 24/7 and think Krishna and do nothing, so it doesn't make a sense, So, yes, Mataji, thank you so much for your reflections. Any other questions, reflections, suggestions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please can I accept my humble obeisances of Guru Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for this very nice class. You took us around and then with so many quotes and nice bhajans also. Even for Janukanya Mataji, what she just said is very relevant to all of us. Mataji, I have a question. Maybe it's not pertaining to this class, but my question is, sometimes we hear when devotees are giving classes, they talk about mechanical. They say, don't do the process mechanically. So I don't understand this bit, because suppose we are trying to be, I don't call myself devotee, I say I'm trying to be a devotee, and I have my routine. Even at the temple, if you see 4 o'clock in the morning or before 4 o'clock up to 10 o'clock at night, it's the same thing day in and day out. Wake up, Mangalarti, and then like this, it continues. At home also, we have deities, we do the same thing. So what is mechanical in there? Because people say, don't do it mechanically, but we have this procedure, that routine that we need to follow every day. And using this word mechanical put me off a little bit. I don't understand, Mataji. Can you please explain? Thank you.
No. Thank you, Mataji, for your question. Yeah, normally, actually, I like the term. Mataji, I'm not a devotee. I'm trying to be devotee. That is true. Devotee is a post, a very high level post. We are all trying to be the devotee. Similarly, normally, when you go to India and you people see you with the tilak, they say, oh, with the girl, if you say, oh, you are a gopi, they don't know, gopi is not a mere post. It's a very high level of post, Even it took very difficult for Lord Shiva to, somehow uphold the post. He had to become the Gopeshwar Mahadev, right? Similarly, devotee is also very high level post for us. Yeah, and definitely we see peoples in even ISKCONs, like most of the time we use the term mechanical. So what is mechanical actually? So if you see Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami, he gave the term niyamagraha. So what is niyamagraha? It means we being a devotee, we are not supposed to be strictly stick with the rules, or we should be very lenient. We should be in a very we should be in the middle, like Jivatma. We are a living soul. We are not we are also internal potency. We are also the external potency, and we are called the marginal, right? We are the marginal. So we can either be we can either go in Maya, either I can be spiritual. That's why we are called the Jivatma. Similarly, um, the Niyamagraha means the extreme rules is also not good. Lenient is also not. We have to be in between, right? So the mechanical means it's like sometimes the strict, for example, sticking with the rules. For example, you are doing deity worship, right? And some devotee come and you say, do not disturb me because I'm somehow doing Krishna's worshiping, because this is my routine. So you have to adjust in a simple way, because Krishna's worship is not important comparing to the devotee worship, right? So devotees are the first priority. So the thing is like, it's not wrong about following your routine, like waking up early, this and that, because following rules and regulations is also good, but somehow it should not be in our head always. Without this and rules and regulations, other things are lame and it's the fading away. So you are supposed to be like a very in between. You should see which is much important and what need to be done, right? But for us, mechanical is very important, because we are a Kali Yuga Jiva, and starting point should be mechanical. And whatever we are doing, the ISKCON's rules and regulations, like waking up early in the morning, and then taking bath, then Mangal Arati, then Doop Arati, so lots of Arati. These are the things, this is actually sadhana bhakti, so this is the foundation. So after the due course of time, then the mechanical activity becomes a natural activity, right? So before, we used to take bath and used to go and cook for the Krishna. I have to cook this and that, So basically, there is not much love included. But after few, times, and after few years or something, when the bhava level will develop within you, then I want to cook Krishna, and you don't see the time. Your intention would, I will make Krishna happy, So this is the secondary level. So mechanical definitely means sticking with two rules and regulation and not considering other things. Like, for example, I'm giving class, you are here, and I would say my opinion is only correct because Prabhupada said this. So within the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna has given lots of, the Prabhupada has given lots of commentary. We recently had this argument, So simple thing is one, I would like to give one example. So in Bhagavatam it is written, women has taken 1/4 of sin. That's why women are not supposed to enter the temple and do deity worship. So this is the point. One devotee he was simply he got stuck with this point. He's also correct. But in the same Bhagavatam, and it says in 1148, it says for devotees it is not necessary to follow the rules and regulation. It is also correct, right? So the thing is like. We have to be very prudent, right? We have to be very prudent. We have to accept things, and the things need to be practical. I would say time, place, and circumstances, and of course practical, because we are in the 21st century, and having concept of 10th century, it doesn't make a sense, right? So I would say mechanically is good. Sticking with rules and regulations, everything is good, but it should not be the only thing. We have to advance.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for explaining nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Ramlala Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Ramlala Prabhuji, we can't hear you. Okay, Sanjita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry, I was struggling a bit with the technical issues. Thank you so much, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Just and thanks to Gaurangi Mataji for coming, inviting to our Sangha. Your knowledge is so deep, profound, and the way you explain with being such a young devotee, you explain things very compact and very nicely, and it connects to our heart. We just, as you explain mechanical, that's even the other questions answer, like beautiful explanation. So I do not have any such question on. I mean, obviously, you explain the topic very nicely. Surrender is the most important thing, and your bhajan, the songs, like all the Vaishnav songs, it made it even more blissful to listen. On some of the chapters, we see not on this what you have covered, but some other question. If I could ask you quickly, Prabhupada's opinion on women. What would you like? And like in some of the chapters, we see he has compared women with many other things. So, what is like your reflection on that? Because on that, I still haven't got. I do not remember the reference right now. One of them is a Bhagavad Gita 8:32 or 33, but there are a few more in Srimad Bhagavatam. But would you just briefly, if I don't know whether this is the right forum to ask this, if you have time and you could just briefly explain, Mataji. Thank you.
Wow, we have been arguing in this statement, so like recently I have been talking with lots of, Srila Prabhupada disciples asking these questions and collecting references. So, definitely, yeah, you are true regarding the women, So if you see in Bhagavad Gita, there is a particular statement, women are less intelligent, right? So this is the thing we can say, and maybe we think that, oh, Gaurangi Mataji is women, she is the less intelligent, Mataji is a women, she is the less intelligent. But in fact, whatever Prabhupada said, it is true. Women are less intelligent actually. But it doesn't apply to the Vaishnavis, So you know why? Because the Bhagavad Gita, so all the scriptures, if you see the Smritis, uh, other Upanishads, even the Puranas, the ending part is you are not this body, you are a soul. But the starting part of Bhagavad Gita is you are not this body, you are a soul, right? So the thing is like, good news is we are not a women. So Mataji is who is in Bhakti Yoga, you are not a woman, you are a Vaishnavis, right? So recently I have been talking with the Rukmini Mataji also, and I will definitely prepare a paper on this, so I will publish it also, and then she told how, what happened is like once, normally when Prabhupada was there, the men used to go to the morning walk with the, the male people, male, and then the female used to, some serve in the temple. So one of the Prabhu, he complained to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, the temple is overcrowded. Women, they're not supposed to be in the temples, So we should strict, we should prohibit women to be in the temple. Prabhupada didn't say anything, And then when Prabhupada, and with all the Prabhus, they came inside the temple, and he showed all the women, yes, women are way to the hell, of course, But association with these all the Vaishnavis, you will go back to Godhead. So this is a very inspiring thing, and Prabhupada never discriminated what is, the women is this, women is that. So, the rules he made, few rules and adjustment he did is in order to protect the women, right? And even within, not only here, if you see all over the whole world, people somehow they don't see Prabhupada's practical applications. He's so flexible in these things. So you have to read the biography of Yamuna Mataji, written by Dinatarini Mataji. They are our jewel actually. It beautifully explained. Once Prabhupada said, yeah, Prabhupada in Shastra it says we are not supposed to hear the voice of the women. And Prabhupada said, yes, it is true. But Yamuna Mataji is, all over the world. Govindam Madi Purusham. By hearing the Vaishnavis, you'll go back to Godhead. So you declare to all the temples whenever the start morning the Darshan Arati, this song will be played. So the thing is like but most of the people somehow there are shastras. You won't believe me. 2 weeks before, I was giving a deep analysis of class regarding, all the karma kandias things like when somebody died in home, are they supposed to do the deity worship or not? Women in menses and women are less intelligent. So I presented a very beautiful paper. Why, what karma kanda and upasana kanda, but it is in Nepali because I gave the seminar in the Nepal itself. So we are not the women actually. So if you think we are a women, yes, definitely we are less intelligent. But we are trying to be a Vaishnava, the highest post. And Krishna says, and Krishna, even, if you see in the Bhagavad Gita, it never says only the male can do bhakti or the female should not, they should follow. No. It says, the Bhagavad Gita is all about the soul thing. And soul is, it can be male, it can be female or anything. So it definitely point out that thing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. That was a beautiful explanation. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And you mentioned Yamuna Mataji. I'm a big fan of her. Like, I keep on reading and learning a lot about her. She was one of the Prabhupada's right hand. Like, all the preaching work and the training for the different temples she used to do, the cooking books that she's written, especially, and also the Govinda Madhuri, the songs. So many, her contribution to the movement is like beyond words. I mean, she's a big inspiration for everybody. Thank you for touching on that, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna. So actually two things. First thing, when a mechanical process, people we understand this thing, but main thing we have to understand simple way. Whatever machine can do, that is mechanical process. For example, whenever we are chanting, if chanting is as an audio cassette can do, if we are not adding our mind, we are not through our heart, if we are not doing that, that is mechanical process. So that is a mechanical simple way. Whatever machine can do, we should not do that way. So even though that is as Mataji mentioned, from morning to during the night we are doing work. This is a punctual work. It's a punctual. We have to be punctual. That is fine. But whatever our activities, we have to add our mind and heart properly to serve Lord Krishna. Otherwise, this is a mechanical process. So, and second part, this is just Mataji also mentioned, that is our women. This is sometimes people consider, oh, women in the Vedic scripture or in Hindu scripture, they are mentioning women at the low level. In fact, that is not. Actually, Mataji also give all the give an example is right, is perfect. Actually, that case, it was inspiration to Arjuna because you are Kshatriya. Kshatriya and Brahman, you have to be intelligent and you have to do intelligent way, correct way. Raise your consciousness properly. So first thing. And secondly, it was mentioned, Lord Krishna mentioned, even it is a special consideration. Those who are low level of intelligence, Shudra or women, they have a special consideration. Only they follow because Shudra will follow who are the superior, Brahman or or Kshatriya, and woman has to follow her husband. This is simple way. It does not mean women are in the low level. Even the good example we are following Kunti prayers. This is the best example, the best woman. We have to follow that. Gopi Bhava. Gopi Bhava is our devotional service, because Gopi Bhava is a woman. We are not considered women. Actually, at the last level, final level, we have to consider we are a spirit soul. There is no discrimination of caste or gender. Hare Krishna, Hare Val.
Wow. Thank you so much for reflecting, Prabhuji. Yeah, he's true. 100% true. I want to point out something because, Prabhuji said the Gopi Bhava is a female. So technically this is, if you go dive into the scripture, Gopi Bhava is not a female thing. Gopi is a post. It's not, Radharani is not a female. Normally we think male. Krishna is a male, Radharani is a female, and the Rasa Leela is the male and female dynamics. So this is a big offense. So it's not about male and female thing. It's about the divine energy, all the the playing of all the potencies, like internal potencies, samvit, sanidhi, ladini sakti, right? So we should keep in mind, definitely, so the Gopi Bhava and Radharani is not a female thing. And another thing is like, yes, Brahmana, Kshatriya, that is so true. But who is Brahman and Kshatriya in Kali Yuga? In Kali Yuga, nobody is Brahman, Kshatriya, all about the Sudra thing, right? So, but Krishna, Prabhupada, due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we all the Sudras are trying to be the Brahmana, not even Brahmana, above the Brahmana, it is a Vaishnava actually. So, and Prabhuji said about the women thing, yeah, that is also true. Women, there is also sloka in the Vishnu Puran, because I haven't, taken out the slokas yet, because this class is about more about surrendering to the supreme energy, right? The beautiful part is the Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Our Acharya is Srimati Radharani, and the definitely leaded by the Janva Mata, the wife of Nityananda Prabhu. So whatever we are following in the Gopi Bhurta Padakamalya, Dasanu Dasa, following the footstep of Acharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, normally when we do pujari things, we should know the slokas, Naham Vipracha Narapati, Naham Vaishya na Sudro. So I'm not a Vaishya, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman. Who are we? It means we are part and parcel of Krishna, following the footstep of gopis. So gopi is not about the female things with all the gopi does serving Krishnas. No, it's all the internal potency, and it has been categorized in different things. It's a deep thing, right? So thank you so much, Prabhuji. And I'm sorry I pointed out something, because normally we misunderstood these things. Sorry for that. And any other questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's me again. Sorry. You were just talking about women, and then what we should do, what not. So Mataji, if suppose in a house a child is born or somebody dies, do we continue the service to the Lord if we have deities at home, or what do we do?
Mataji, I think, it's not my view actually. It's better if you talk with the Siksha Guru or Diksha Guru first what need to be done. But, it's good to follow the rules, but it doesn't mean the service should be stopped. So I would suggest to talk with your Siksha or Diksha Guru. But if you want to see in the Shastra, then, if somebody dies, so logically and scientifically also, this is like a healing period. So when you serve Krishnas, it may get disturbed, because whatever the effort you will be invested, it won't be 100% for sure. That is why it's best to give somebody to worship the deity. But for me, my deities, I won't give any other people. I will do myself. And, the karma kande things is good. It's good to follow the rules, but it is not essential for the devotees. I hope you got the answer, right?
I got the answer, Mataji. Thank you. And what about if a child is born in the house? Suppose a mother is living with a daughter, and the daughter gives birth. I know if the daughter-in-law gives birth, that may change things. But what about a daughter?
No, it's okay because when the child is born, it is called sutak in Hindi or in the Sanskrit terms, and there are certain kind of the rules and regulation. We are not supposed to be engaged with the deity for the 12 years because this is a contamination period. Trust me, the whole world is contamination actually because the air is contamination, food is contamination. The only not contamination thing is the devotional service. So if you go to the Nectar of Devotion chapter 1, then Krishna says. Uh, Devotional service, by practicing devotional service, it brings auspicious, auspicious, subhada, the term is called subhada. And when child is born, this is also auspicious for the family, or some kind of word we technically use. So if there is somebody, then definitely it's good to give deities to somebody who can worship on your behalf. But if you have a very connected, you are very connected to deity and you cannot live without a deity, the thing is that services should not be stopped, Madhuri. Devotional service should not stop in any cases.
Thank you, Mataji. I'm like you. I wouldn't give my deity to anyone. Thank you.
Yeah, trusted
Thank you.
person.
Also, yes. Also, we see that people are talking about women who are less intelligent. But if we go in the Shastra, we see right from the beginning, it's like we have Kunti Marani, we have Draupadi, we have Uttara, we have Parvati Mata, we have Aditi, Devahuti. All these are great personalities. The 7 rivers, they have female name like. And so again, we have Janvi Mata, we have Sachi Mata. All these are great personalities. And Prabhupada he has never made that kind of, okay, women should be separated. No, he allowed women to go on the altar, which never happened before. He gave initiation to women. So it never happened before in history, right? So thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for highlighting that.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Beautiful discussion. Yes, Prabhupada's Guru Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, unless we are devoted to God, secularism shall never leave us. So that qualifies everything. And this intelligence about women's intelligence, I think we need to clarify what intelligence is really to get the gist of it. I mean, these statements were made by Prabhupada in jest, if you think about it. It's not, clear cut that women are less intelligent. And look at how Prabhupada give the women opportunity to move on and where we're at today. Yeah. So, I think it's a huge subject for a lifetime discussion. Haribo.
Yeah. Yes, actually it is. The discussion was before also and now also. The beautiful part of devotional service is like it doesn't somehow Krishna, you see in the each and every slokas, it doesn't say the only the women's are not supposed to do or the men are supposed to do. It talk about the soul. So yeah, definitely. If you talk about intelligence, comparing, so when we go to Vrindavan, monkeys, there's so much intelligence. What is the use of that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Comparing men and women also, like women's are multitasking, so intelligence is divided in the multiple ways. Comparing, so I'm not here, the men are lesser, the women are lesser, women are lesser. The thing is like devotional service is applied to all, and our sampradaya is led by the Janva Mata. So if people say women are less intelligent, then what about the Janva Mata leading, right? So it's not about the women, it's about the soul. So we are following the footstep of Radharani. We are following the footstep of all our devotees. So for us, in sloka it says, we are talking about the Pandita Samadarshina, the high class devotee. Paramahamsa is a state where you see all the people the same thing, So within a tree also there is a Paramatma. So we are supposed to see each and every living entities. When we start discriminating men, women, dynamics, this and that, then definitely we have to take another birth for sure. So we have to reach in the level of Raganuga. That is the essence. Hare Krishna. I think now we can have a last questions because the time till 9:15, right?
Can I sorry to interrupt. Can I ask us? I just wanted to tell something.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, it was really a wonderful class. I really enjoyed it. You have said many examples from your own realizations and other examples from the Shastras, how to surrender and what is the importance of surrendering. It was really very, very nice to hear all these things. You actually, my question is not on this topic, but you were mentioning from the devotees, they were asking question to you. Based on that, I'm just trying to. So you were mentioning that Gopi or Radharani is not a woman. That is a kind of offense if we think like that. So I just wanted to know, like, is there any reference for that? Like, because I'm hearing for the first time this one. I didn't know this one, so I just wanted to go deeper into that aspects. So I'm just.
Oh my God. So everybody is thinking Radharani is a woman. Last time, I still remember, so last time I was invited in ISKCON Hudson to give the seminars, and they gave the list of topic, and the topic was like how to become Radharani, how to become a role like Radharani, women's like Radharani. I'm saying, oh my God, what is happening? So yes, because I also could understand because I stayed in Vrindavan for 5-6 years, and then not only Gaudiya, not only ISKCON philosophy, I worked in the Gaudiya philosophy for the long time, not an extremely long time, like 2 years transcribing, translating, understanding Srila Prabhupada's books also, lots of things I was engaged in. So yes, Radharani is not a woman. I can find out the reference and I can give you. And yeah, so I told you, if the gopis, it's only the form, it's only the form. For example, I will give you one example. So there is a siddha deha, one term, Sanskrit term in in scripture, siddha deha. What is meant by siddha deha? So maybe we have heard, normally we are supposed not to take association of babajis because they will tell you what kind of form you have. So it is like a artificial imposition, but it should come from the inside, right? So the siddha deha means one kind of spiritual form, right? Similarly, when we chant, when our chanting becomes mature, so for example, when fruits become ripened, it is ready to eat. So when our chanting becomes ripened and matured, then we will understand what is our real identity. So the thing is like, though I am in female, but my spiritual form is different. It is all what I told you before. It is all about the energy and the potency, Ladini Sakti. Even in the internal potency, there is a category. It's a deep thing actually, right? So I want to explain that part, but I just gave an example. So I'm in female body, but when I will chant, then I will get my spiritual body. Similarly, the form of Radharani is different, but she's not a female. She's not a typical female. It's like the potency. It's inner thing actually. So. It's like, and the thing is, you have to understand women. We are not a woman because women means prakriti. And what is prakriti? Prakriti is made from the 24 elements, starting from the fire, ether element, this and that. But Radharani, her body is not made from the fire, earth, the sky. So it's like something different, right? So I don't wanna explain more because it takes another session for that. I hope you got a point. Yeah, I will provide the references, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can understand from one point that woman and man, these are all the external, like material things we are addressing. I can understand the Radharani is a spiritual Haladini potency. In that angle, yes, what is said that she is not a woman or a man or whatever it is. It's just a spiritual body. That's it. But still, if we see in the Shastras also, we see everyone addresses like Radharani is this color and she wears this color sari and all those things. So it's automatically, we tend to imagine like she's a woman, right? So that's why I just wanted to put this question, like if I get the references from, I'm really interested in these topics as well. So that's why I'm just asking if you could post the references, that would be really great. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a common sense, using common sense. Also, for example, if you see the sari of Radharani, then it's not made from the fabric, it's not made from the 5 elements and the 24 elements, right? It's a spiritual form actually. Even the male we see here, Prabhus, they all are the Prakriti actually, because their body is also made from the 24 elements, right? So yeah, it's not about the material things. Actually, maybe I can speak about the theory thing, but I'm not so advanced to understand this in the next level of things, so but the thing is, like, we have to keep in mind Radharani is not a female, she's not a Prakriti, she's beyond that. That's what Prabhupada says. You won't find Radharani as a female in any of the book. It says Radharani is a Ladini Sakti, internal potency of the Lord. And Radharani, you won't believe, Radharani is Krishna himself.
Yes.
Krishna is Radharani, Radharani is Krishna. Only the color is difference. That's
Yeah,
it.
because he is coming from Krishna. So
Yeah.
the Haladini potency is taking the form of Radharani, isn't it? Like that's what, yeah. So that's the only thing. I just want some references regarding that so I can read more about that and understand.
Yeah, I will definitely send this to Gaurangi Mataji, then maybe she can pass you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Mataji. Thank you for a wonderful explanation.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's 9:17 now. Yeah, Prabhuji can take a lead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. It is all you. Have as much as time you want, you can just take on. That's all right, Mataji. So it's all yours whenever you think is needed. And also
You
from
can take a lead because devotee need to sleep also.
yes,
Sleeping is also service actually.
yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. And also just wanted to comment on this Radharani. When we see Shri Radha Madhav, in temples we see Krishna and Radharani. So one is Radharani's feminine feature and Krishna is the Purusha feature. So unless these features are there, so these rasas cannot be manifested, though they are the spiritual. So that is how we understand, and it is easy for conditioned souls to understand. Okay, Radharani, but in the advanced level and the transcendental platform and the Hladini Shakti, it is a very deep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly sharing that information.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful opportunity and giving me service to speak something. And I'm so grateful for the Oxbridge Gaur Sangha. Because organizing this program in the regular basis, it's so difficult, and I offer my humble obeisance to all the organizers who organized this program for the benefit of devotee, and all the listeners who comes and listen to the holy katha, tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. So please kindly give me under your shelter and pray for me so that I can serve you all, always at the lowest and lowest of. I'm a VIP, very insignificant person, and I want to be a VIP for all the devotees, eternal lifetime after lifetime. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So we also request you to pray for all our devotees and so that we progress in our devotional life, so that Krishna will be pleased. Thank you so much, Mataji. We would like to hear you again in our Sangha, and we will let Gaurangi Mataji know the slots, available slots, and please be with us again.
Yes, Mataji, definitely. We agree with Amoga Prabhu. We would really want to have you in our Sangha. More times, your knowledge is like, it's very practical, and the way you explain, it's very profound. So please do give your association to our Sangha so that we all benefit from your association.
Yes, Mataji. And the sad part is, being intellectual, having knowledge, it is not related with bhakti. And bhakti is like a hard work. I'm also trying how to, somehow have that kind of spiritual emotions. One day, with with all of your blessing, it is possible actually.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. You're so young and you know so much. I can keep listening to you. You say it's night, everybody need to go to sleep. For me, it's midday here, so I can listen to you whole day. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Very true.
Hare Krishna.
Let's all please unmute and say three loud Hari Bols to Mataji, yeah?
Hare Krishna Mataji, did you say you're in UK? You're in
Yes,
Are you
yes.
be at the temple?
Oh, no, Mataji, I'm here at Birmingham.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Come to Mana. Come to Bhaktivedanta Mana.
Yeah, please invite me sometime. Yeah, I would love to come.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's all say Hare Krishna to Mataji.
Yeah.
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Very wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much for me have you here. Then we all listen your lecture. Thank you so much, Mataji. Next time you have to come again and again. Thank you, Prabhuji, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you so much. Mataji, with your permission, we shall move on to the next part of our session, Nasimha prayers. Okay. Okay, so today our Nasimha prayers by Bhattini Semi Hanma Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hanma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. One.
Okay, so you want someone to respond with you, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, if anybody would like to, most welcome. If not as well, it is fine as well.
Okay, who can sing? Any devotees, any volunteers to accompany Hangma Mataji with the Nasimha prayers? Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. When you're ready, Mataji, please.
Okay, I'll start it. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Daine. Prahlad Daine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho. Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade. Narasimhadim Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringam Keshavadeta Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham
Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Kashipu Tanu Bringa Keshatrita Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
केशवधीर्ता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
श्री श्री नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की
जय
Jai.
भक्त श्रीला भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
Jai.
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
जय
हरे कृष्ण
Hare
थैंक
हरे
यू उषा माता जी थैंक यू
माताजी
Okay, thank you so much, Hangma Mataji and Usha Mataji. Very beautifully sung this Nasima prayers. Very nice.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, all the devotees, for kindly joining this evening and sharing all your thoughts and asking and raising questions to Mataji. And it is so nice. Thank you so much. Okay, if you devotees, if you don't have anything, then we shall conclude. If you have got anything to further to share, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall conclude.
Yeah, thanks to Gaurangi Mataji once again. Yeah, for kindly bringing Mataji. It's for all our benefit, and her knowledge is so deep and so practical. So we all hope benefited. So once again, a sincere thanks to Gaurangi Mataji for being a wonderful devotee to our Sangha. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hope she agrees to come again and give her association. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Maybe she will, Mataji.
Okay, thank you so much, Gauranga Mataji. Okay, so if Mataji is doesn't have any other engagements in the mornings, Japa sessions, so Mataji can share some in the mornings as well, if it's available. Oh, we got Madhuri Mataji here. Hare Krishna, Madhuri Mataji. Thank you so much again joining. So just we were asking that if you could join our Sangha frequently, if you do not have any other regular engagements.
Sorry. So I was trying to collect I have sent the reference to Gaurangi Mataji. Maybe I can share you here.
Yes, Mataji, please. You can share.
So online it doesn't make a sense. Maybe sometime we can come together, and somehow glorify Krishna. Being together, it makes sense.
We devotees come every day morning at morning 5:30 for japa session, and then after that some Bhagavatam, little bit one shloka, and then devotees share together some opinions and questions every day.
Beautiful. Prabhuji, I don't know. I cannot paste the things over here.
Yes. I will give you the co-host, so you can share, Mataji. So if you have got laptop, you can share.
Sorry, maybe I interrupt. Yeah, Mataji is such important link. You can post on our group. So either you can give to, you can do either yourself or you can give to Goranga Mataji. She can do.
Okay, maybe I have forwarded the Gaurangi Maji. She can forward with you all. And yes, I will try to come, Prabhuji.
Same link every day morning at 5:30 for japa, Mataji.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
Yes, Mataji, yeah, one more time. Yeah, yeah, you are right that meeting physically is, of course, very nice. But because we are Sangha more it was initially physical Sangha with few devotees, but after COVID started, many other devotees, like we have Indulekha Mataji and a few other Mataji, they joined from Canada. So and Amoga Prabhu who hosts our session, he is from Manchester, near like Halifax. So quite few devotees live or scattered all over UK and different parts. Some devotees also join from India. So that's the reason we keep it online. Sometimes during some festivals there are some physical sanghas, but every day, as Prabhu mentioned, we have 5:30 to 6:30 chanting, and then one shloka of Bhagavatam which Amoga Prabhu explains, and then read letters, and there's like every day, and then every evening there's some either reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita or teaching of Lord Chaitanya, and then Kirtan and reading the Krishna book. And Saturdays we have this, so we have like weekdays and every single day, almost 365 days we have everything. So that's why we kept, because physical sanghas, as we are far spread out, we cannot have it every day. So at least this has kept us going and into Krishna consciousness, but apart from a chanting. So kind of devotional service in a way, you can say.
Wow. All glories to you, your Sangha and your services, Mataji. Really
Yeah.
appreciate.
Hare Krishna. It's Amoga Prabhu who has, it's like, I mean, it was started by some other devotees, but now he's like leading us. So we are very happy with him, and we'll definitely wants like speakers like you to come often and like give your association.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
And
Hare Krishna.
Ramlala Prabhuji is one of the foremost leaders of this Sangha, so whenever the group has started. Okay, so these are all our senior devotees, Mataji. So we have got all this wonderful session. We keep going on because of they are the pillars of the Sangha. Gaurangi Mataji, Ramlala Prabhuji, Sanchita Mataji, Javana Kanya Mataji, Pusha Mataji, Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji, and Supriya Prabhuji Mataji. All devotees, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, and then Kishori Gokulan, regularly Indulekha Mataji, they're all joining Hangma Mataji. Very regularly and all punctual and very disciplined.
Wow.
And if we hear you frequently, we will be more fortunate, Mataji.
Yeah, I will also be more fortunate to take all of each and every one Sangha, Prabhuji. So it doesn't mean speaking on Vyasa Puja means, normally there is a myth. Myth is about, those who speak from Vyasa Asana, they are a pure devotee. So it's not like that. Even the sweepers, in Vrindavan especially, those who sweeps the floor or the streets, it's called in Hindi word the Soni Seva means the sweeping the the street of Vrindavan, and that is the highest of all. So service can be anything, can speak, can listen, can do nothing also, just be with the devotee also one kind of service. So yeah, thank you.
Here, Mataji, that's wonderful to say that anything, it doesn't mean that you you're uppermost by sitting on the Vyasasana.
Yeah.
Haribol.
Okay, now I think I should leave now because I have other service to do.
Yes, sure, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so dear devotees, if you're all happy, then we shall conclude our session for tonight and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m.
Hare Krishna. Panchakalpatarubhyasya. Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Anantakoti Vaishnavinda ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Hari Hari Bol.
Conscious night, everyone. Hare Krishna.